Alright, so new patch notes just dropped for JP Grand Cross. I'm sorry if I end up sounding a bit lower energy. I am very much ready to go to bed, but I stayed up a little bit longer just to cover these patch notes, and I very much regret my decision. As soon as I saw what the character was, I was like, there's no way I'm staying up. Okay. This is a true for you true banner. So, I am quite confident that next week will finally be a new collab. I mean, I say new, it could be a rerun, right? It will be a collab. It could still be a seasonal festival, as we have seen they have done 242 banners before seasonal festivals. I hope it's not. I hope it's a collab. I think we've had enough festivals for now. Especially if it's another OC. There's no way it is. There's no way. They're done with an unknown team. They don't have to keep making random unknowns. But in any case, this is a True 42 banner. Is it worth summoning for? True 42s are like... The units are... Okay, I was gonna say they aren't great, but sometimes they're decent. Like Tonar, she was pretty decent. Let's see what she does, right? Is she a seasonal? No. Okay. So she'll be in SSR tickets eventually, in the SR tickets soon. So, it's a translator. I actually much prefer Google Translate, but I want to actually have it on the screen as well, because the thing is, Google Translate, unless they finally have released it, they don't have a desktop. Like, they don't have a website for the image translation. You can only do it on your phone. You have to take a picture. Unless they have released it, I just don't know. But until recently, that's how it's been. And this app right here is like a different website. It's just not as good, but whatever. So the attack related abilities of human allies participating in the battle will be increased by 10%, and the human's turn has a human ally. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, I need to pull out Google Translate. Like, it's just so much better. It's actually comprehensible. Okay. And when a human ally is incapacitated, that's what it says, during the enemy's turn, grants all enemies an effect of increasing damage taken by 50% for 2 turns. So, she works as a back unit. She's essentially back. Okay. I don't have the game open, right? So I guess I don't want to open the game right now. What's her name again? Jenna. So, she has a Holy Relic. Her Holy Relic increases human attack related stats by 12%. So, with this Holy Relic and her passive, she's going to be increasing human attack related stats by 22%. Not a small number, right? Not a small number. If a human ally dies, all enemies get a 50% damage increase debuff by 50%. If Ascanor dies, right? If Ascanor dies on the human team, then not only you're applying his what is it? Which effect is it? Dude, it's too much. Whatever. It's the ultimate effect. Isn't no? Yeah, Scorching Flame, right? No, dude, he does too much. He does too much shit, bro. Whatever. Yeah, Ascanor dies. He already applies a debuff on the enemy that lowers their damage, and they take like a percentage of their HP, right? So on top of that, add assault to injury, she also applies a damage increase debuff of 50%. Her CC is gonna be absolute horseshit though. That's the thing. This is the issue with these old characters that they still re-release, right? Yeah, I'm sure Chandler, okay? His CC is even that terrible. But Red Chandler CC is so bad, if you use him, you're not gonna go first, right? Jenna is 10 times worse than Red Chandler. So it's like, humans wants to go first. I don't know if this is going to be helpful. Arthur does not want attack-related stats. Now, what could this mean? It could mean a human in the future, near or a little distant, who knows, might end up replacing Arthur and making the team not reliant to go first or based on health. Could be, could not be. Who knows, right? I'm just throwing it out there because it's one of those things that could happen because we've been here. We've been around the block. You know, they do stuff like this, right? Her attacks, remove stance and debuff. That's it. Her second skill doesn't have an effect. It's just damage. You serious? No way. Yeah, it's just damage. Dude, if she goes to the front, you lost. And she literally has an effect as part of her passive that if an enemy dies, they take more damage. Do I want to bother watching her ult? The banner is stinky. I mean, this is just a bunch of old characters. Green Hawk has had a bit of a resurgence by being actually a pretty interesting combo with Balder. But I guess if you summoned for Balder, I guess you would care about that, but if you didn't, you won't. That's a hyper-specific thing he does. Everyone else sucks. Or is like old and been given out for free. I think it's an easy skip. If you want to try your luck on the 1 gem second multi, I guess go ahead, but it's just such a garbage banner. And the unit, like, I'm trying to imagine, like, people will use this because 22% accuracy stats. But are the teams even going to be good with it? Like, I can see it being pretty strong with Ascanor, but like, Arthur doesn't need it. And then the other key component to the team, Naofumi doesn't need it. And then if you're not using Naofumi, you're using Lilia. Does she care about it that much? I don't know if she does. She cares more about going first. Arthur cares about going first. You ain't going first with Jenna. You think Nanashi is bringing you down in unknown? This is Jenna. You think... Okay. Again, near future, they could be releasing humans that don't want to go first, and, you know, what have you. And that might reinforce this character being actually meta. Any case, she's not a festival or anything, so I think it's an easy skip. Especially with the potential next week. Because the thing is, this week was supposed to be a regular update, but it's literally just this banner and nothing else. There's nothing in this update. There's no content. Zero. It's just the banner, and that's it. That means next week is going to be a big update. That's how it always happens, right? So next week, either there's going to be a collab or a seasonal festival. That's the two most likely options, and I'm thinking we haven't had a collab in a while. I would hope that it is the collab. Could be anything. I've already thrown like I 9 days, huh? I've thrown around my ideas for what it could be recently. I'm not gonna find it this way. Yeah, right here. This is a month ago. This is when Chandler released, right? And he was a true 42, so I was like, oh, next week is probably a collab. And this is when the beginning of the end happened. Dude, Chandler dropped, right? I was like, oh man, next week's gonna be a collab. And then we got OC Fest. And then we got... What was after her? OCLR, Trashy Merlin, OC Fest, OC Banner. What a run. what a run.